For centuries, the Bible has shaped nations, inspired billions, and defined human history. But what if buried beneath the sands of time are ancient artifacts, hidden, forgotten, or even intentionally suppressed, that could confirm, challenge, or completely rewrite these sacred texts? Today we're uncovering 7 lost artifacts that might hold secrets powerful enough to change how we view the Bible forever. And trust me, number 1 may leave even the most devoted scholars speechless. Stay with me, because the evidence is far more shocking than you think. Artifact number 7, the Copper Scroll. In 1952, inside the shadowy caves of Qumran near the Dead Sea, a team of archaeologists made a discovery that stood apart from anything they had seen before. Unlike the famous Dead Sea Scrolls, carefully written on parchment and papyrus, this scroll was engraved onto thin sheets of pure copper, preserving its text for millennia. But what truly sets the Copper Scroll apart is its contents. Unlike religious teachings or commentary, this document appears to be a treasure inventory. It lists more than 60 locations, allegedly hiding vast sums of gold, silver, and sacred artifacts. Some estimates suggest that if these treasures truly exist, their combined value could reach into the billions of dollars today. Scholars have long speculated about its origins. Some believe the treasures belong to the Second Temple, hurriedly hidden before the Romans besieged Jerusalem in 70 AD. Others suggest it may even date back to the First Temple period under King Solomon himself, who the Bible describes as possessing unimaginable wealth. But despite decades of searching, none of these treasures have been conclusively found. Even more mysterious are whispers that parts of the treasure may have already been discovered, but kept hidden for fear of the political, religious, and financial implications. Could unearthing these treasures trigger a chain of events that challenges power structures and long-standing beliefs? As expeditions continue in secret and new technology emerges, some believe we may be closer than ever to unlocking the truth behind the Copper Scroll. Artifact number 6, the Ark of the Covenant. Perhaps no biblical artifact stirs more awe, fear, and speculation than the Ark of the Covenant itself. Described in Exodus with precise detail, it was a chest made of acacia wood, overlaid with gold, and topped with 2 golden cherubim. It housed the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, Aaron's rod that miraculously budded, and a jar of manna, a daily reminder of God's provision in the wilderness. The Ark was more than a sacred box. It symbolized God's very presence among his people. The Bible tells us that wherever the Ark went, God's power was displayed. Rivers parted, enemies were defeated, and the people trembled in reverence. But after the Babylonian destruction of Jerusalem in 586 BC, the Ark vanished without a trace. Since then, theories have swirled like smoke. Some suggest it lies hidden in sealed chambers beneath the Temple Mount, which remains one of the most politically sensitive and tightly restricted areas on earth. Others point to Ethiopia, where priests of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church claim to be its secret guardians in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion, allowing no outsider to view it. And then there are the more shadowy theories, suggesting that global powers, secret societies, or religious authorities have concealed its location to control the narrative surrounding its power. If the Ark were ever revealed, it would not only validate the Bible's ancient accounts, but could potentially ignite a religious and political firestorm unlike anything the modern world has seen. The question remains, is the world ready for the Ark's return? Artifact number 5, the Table of Showbread. Hidden deep within the inner sanctuary of the ancient temple stood the Table of Showbread, a gold-plated table commanded by God himself, according to Exodus 25. Every Sabbath, 12 fresh loaves, representing the 12 tribes of Israel, were placed on it as a perpetual offering. Only the priests could consume the previous week's bread, signifying their special relationship with God. The Bible gives us a detailed description of this table's design, right down to its rings and carrying poles. Yet after the temple's destruction, the table vanished from history, joining the long list of lost temple artifacts. Some Jewish traditions suggest that priests secretly hid sacred objects like the Table of Showbread in underground chambers to protect them from invading forces. Others speculate that the table could have been looted and melted down, its gold repurposed, its spiritual significance lost to history. But if the table were ever recovered, it might offer more than just physical proof of biblical worship. Hidden inscriptions, unique craftsmanship, or even remnants of ritual bread could shed light on the daily life, dietary customs, and priestly ceremonies of ancient Israel. Practices described in Exodus and Leviticus but rarely witnessed with physical evidence. What forgotten secrets might still lie buried beneath the streets of modern Jerusalem? Artifact number 4, the Mount Ebal Curse Tablet. In 2019, a groundbreaking discovery emerged from Mount Ebal, a mountain mentioned in the book of Deuteronomy as the site where the Israelites pronounced curses upon disobedience to God's law. While sifting through excavation debris, archaeologists uncovered a tiny folded lead tablet, barely 2 centimeters wide. What makes this discovery extraordinary is what's inscribed inside. Using advanced imaging technology, researchers detected ancient Hebrew script containing the name of God, Yahweh, alongside curse formulas remarkably similar to those found in Deuteronomy. Some scholars date the tablet as far back as 1200 BC, which, if confirmed, would make it the oldest known Hebrew inscription ever discovered. This tiny object challenges long-held scholarly theories about the development of Hebrew writing, suggesting that the Israelites were literate and practicing covenant law centuries earlier than previously thought. The Mount Ebal tablet offers powerful confirmation that the early Israelites took their covenant with Yahweh seriously, even at a time when many argue they were merely tribal nomads. Even more tantalizing is the possibility that additional artifacts remain buried nearby. Could there be entire archives of early Israelite texts still hidden beneath the rocky slopes of Mount Ebal? Artifact number 3, the Noah's Ark Formation. The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most famous and most debated accounts in the entire Bible. For centuries, explorers, scientists, and treasure hunters have scoured the world searching for physical evidence of a global flood and the massive vessel described in Genesis. In eastern Turkey, near Mount Ararat, a region traditionally associated with the Ark's landing, lies the Darupanar site, a boat-shaped formation stretching 515 feet long, matching the Ark's biblical dimensions almost exactly. Ground-penetrating radar and subsurface scans have revealed curious internal structures resembling chambers, bulkheads, and wooden beam imprints. Some claim that embedded fossilized wood samples taken from the site further support the theory that this may indeed be the Ark. Skeptics argue it's merely a natural rock formation shaped by geological forces over time. Yet supporters point to ancient local legends, unusual topography, and scientific anomalies that continue to fuel speculation. If Noah's Ark were ever proven to exist, it wouldn't just confirm a biblical story. It would rewrite our understanding of early civilization geology and humanity's shared origin story. Artifact number 2, the Pilate Stone. For generations, critics dismissed Pontius Pilate as a literary invention used to frame the crucifixion story. His role in sentencing Jesus was seen by some scholars as theological fiction rather than historical fact. That narrative shifted dramatically in 1961 when Italian archaeologists uncovered a limestone block in Caesarea Maritima inscribed with Pilate's name and official title, Pontius Pilatus, Prefect of Judea. This single stone provided undeniable archaeological evidence that Pilate was not only real, but held precisely the position described in the Gospels. The Pilate Stone serves as one of the clearest cases where archaeology directly verifies a key figure in biblical history. Its discovery silenced many skeptics and raises an even larger question. How many other figures once dismissed as myth might be awaiting their own physical confirmation beneath the layers of ancient ruins? Artifact number 1, the Ketef Hinnom Amulets. In 1979, archaeologists excavating a burial site known as Ketef Hinnom just outside Jerusalem's Old City made an astonishing find. 2 tiny silver scrolls, carefully rolled into amulets and placed in tombs. When these fragile scrolls were painstakingly unrolled, they revealed something extraordinary, an ancient version of the priestly blessing found in number 6. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Radiocarbon. Dating places the amulets in the 7th century BC, making them more than 400 years older than the Dead Sea Scrolls. These silver scrolls are currently the oldest known biblical texts ever discovered, They provide indisputable evidence that portions of the Hebrew Scriptures were already written and in circulation long before many scholars previously believed possible. Their discovery reshapes debates about when the Hebrew Bible was composed, suggesting that Israel's written tradition stretches back much earlier than once thought. What other ancient texts might still lie hidden, waiting to rewrite our understanding of biblical history? These 7 artifacts are just the tip of the iceberg. As more discoveries emerge from beneath the sands of history, the lines between faith, archaeology, and truth continue to blur. Could these lost artifacts truly rewrite the Bible? Or have we only begun to scratch the surface of mysteries far older than we ever imagined? If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on notifications, because in upcoming videos, we'll dive even deeper into the hidden mysteries that could reshape everything we know about Scripture.